Hello, my friends. I want to talk about an older case, what happened, and where it stands today, and that would be the case of Natalee Ann Holloway, who was born on October 21st, 1986, and vanished on May 30th of 2005. Many years have passed. However, she's never been found. There's still many questions that are asked about what happened. Now, Natalee Ann Holloway was an 18-year-old American woman whose mysterious disappearance made international news, of course, after she vanished on the 30th of May in 2005 near the end of a high school graduation trip to Aruba in the Caribbean. Holloway lived in Mountain Brook, Alabama, and graduated from Mountain Brook High School on May 24th of 2005, just days before the trip. Her disappearance resulted in a media sensation, across the United States and in some ways across the world, but her remains have never been found, my friends. Holloway was scheduled to fly from the Caribbean island on May 30th, 2005, but she failed to appear for her flight. Her classmates last saw her outside of a restaurant nightclub called Carlos and Charlie's in Oranjestad. She was in a car with a few local residents, one of them Joran Van Der Sloot, and brothers Deepak and Satish Kalpo. When the three men were questioned, they said that they dropped Holloway off at her hotel, and they denied knowing what had happened to her. Upon further investigation by authorities, Van Der Sloot was arrested twice on suspicion of involvement in her disappearance, and the Kalpos, they were each arrested 3 times, my friends. Due to lack of evidence, the 3 suspects were released every single time, and they, weren't charged with any kind of crime, although heavily suspected at the time. Holloway's parents criticized Aruban police for the lack of progress in the investigation and the interrogation of these 3 men who were last seen with their daughter, the very last people that saw her before she vanished. The family also called for a boycott of Aruba, which gained some level of support from then Governor of Alabama, Bob Riley. Ultimately failing to gain widespread support, across the nation, but did have a big movement. This was a big case at that point in time, and many people still talk about it to this day. With the assistance of hundreds of volunteers, Aruban investigators conducted an extensive search operation. American special agents from the FBI, many Dutch soldiers, a few Dutch Air Force F-16s were, chartered to fly over and look all around, whether in the water or divers searched the ocean for Holloway's body, or all over for the ground searches, and her remains were never found. Now, on December 18th of 2007, Aruban prosecutors announced that they would be closing the case, of course, without charging anyone for a crime. Aruban prosecutors reopened the case on February 1st, 2008, after receiving video footage of Van Der Sloot under the influence of marijuana at the time, saying that Holloway died on the morning of her disappearance, and that a friend had disposed of her body. Now, Van Der Sloot denied that what he said was true. In an interview, Van Der Sloot said that he had actually sold Holloway away into sexual slavery. It's not entirely known if there's any evidence to back that up. He would later go ahead to retract those statements, those comments that he made. In January 2012, Van Der Sloot was convicted of the May 30th, 2010 murder of 21-year-old Stephanie Flores Ramirez in Lima, Peru. He's serving time. I think he was locked away for 28 years. At the request of Holloway's father, Alabama Judge Alan King declared Holloway legally dead on January 12th, 2012. And to this day, the case is exactly where it was then. Although her body's never been recovered, or we don't know exactly what happened. We don't know what really happened with Van Der Sloot and the 2 other men that she was last seen with. However, there are theories, speculation, much that we could dive into and look closer at. But the question remains, what happened to Natalee Holloway? My friends, if you want to see more about this case, let me know in the comments, or any other cases you want to see me cover. Talk about it in the comments. Let me know. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you don't like the video, still hit the like button, because you can't really do anything with the dislike button now. YouTube got rid of that. If you're new to the channel and for some reason want to watch more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. A quick thank you to the patrons of this channel. Very awesome for their support. Undying. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, morning, evening, depending on when you're watching this video. And I hope that you're staying warm or cold or whatever you prefer. I'll talk to you again next week, very soon. Stay tuned, my friends. As always, adios amigos.